majority of them back to the township.
$129 versus what we paid to get them here.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. And if we're going with the theme of, I mean, we have a couple inflatable things and things wise with that, but I mean, with the petting zoo that's going to be here, we're doing like Barnyard Day. Phillipsburg High School's coming down. And
Is
they're
Rick Gardner's school coming that got away from Phillipsburg High
98
School?
goal,
last year?
probably, maybe.
I don't know if he's going to be up to it physically.
No.
He's having surgery.
Oh, no, it's
Yeah.
not Rick Gardner. This is Mr. Babbitt, Greg Babbitt from the high school. The FFA, or the group at the high school, is going to come and work and do everything throughout the week and set it up with pens, and there's going to be cows here, everything.
Like bear?
All the animals, maybe.
So anyway, so we got quite a few things going on here. We have pony rides, have you got any, Tom, have you got any phone calls or emails in on any?
I was gonna get off the phone with them and just ask, I know Angelo's here, he's got a tap on some labor and stuff like that for kids, but so far nothing from anyone.
Okay.
So we're running shy on volunteer labor for setup and breakdown and walking around the ponies and stuff that you guys suggested, helping out with trash removal and things like that.
How about hitting up the kids that need community service
That's
hours
what it is.
from the
We're
6th
posting.
and 7th grades at the local churches?
I posted it up at Bloomsbury Annunciation Church.
You want me to hit Mary Beth Lozette?
Yeah, if you could,
Well,
anybody
I
wants to
think-
St. Mary's, it'll help out.
I think with that though, you want older kids because they're gonna be leading the ponies and they're gonna have,
Well,
you
the
know,
ponies, I'm not talking about that, I'm
That's
talking
what
about
we're-
setting up.
No, that's what we're
Chairs and
talking about.
tables is the younger guys, I can run those kids, I can manage. For the older stuff, where you gotta control an animal, probably.
Oh, yeah, no, that's older, that's
Yeah.
high school at least.
Yes.
I like, senior, junior,
Yes.
that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys also get in touch with, I had gotten an email from a local farm here that had horses that wanted to participate.
no.
And I got
Horses to participate.
We put it on.
They were gonna
the
bring
website.
they're gonna bring horses.
Absolutely.
They wanted to participate. They sent an email several
Okay,
months
do
ago.
you have it?
I think I think I sent it, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll go
but
back
I
and
will-
look. So horses?
I think they were horses, yes.
Okay.
And I can go back and look too. Resend it.
Okay. Joe, we have something that we'd like you to do if you want to help out.
Absolutely.
Okay, we talked about having like a little quates tournament.
A little what?
Quakes tournament.
Really?
Because you know how we
Don't say
talked
what's
about the
all.
volleyball?
I got
He's
it.
gonna say what's equated.
Yeah. It's similar to
You can help
horses.
me with that.
It's a slate board at an angle. Yeah. With small
Oh, I
metal
see.
spike with rubber
Yeah.
rings, and I am
Lawyer in the.
very good.
All right.
So John is
Great
maybe,
tournament, sign me up.
yeah, John, we have to get partners and we're having a tournament and a trophy will be awarded
Oh,
and everything.
really?
We're having like,
Is there an entrance
it's like,
fee?
it's like the playoffs, huh?
Is there an entrance fee?
No entrance.
Oh, no.
Okay. So Joe, if you don't mind,
I'd love to. It'll give me an opportunity to learn what the heck quaits are.
all right, so I'll get
I've never heard of it.
I told Mike, Mike will tell you everything.
That's great.
It's like.
You'll show me, Mike.
We'll play, I have my own
All
place.
right, I'll stop by you.
Yeah,
train
you know, I
and then
can
I'll-
set it up, there's 6 days.
Okay,
I
talking
love it.
about, okay,
I love
meaning
it.
the fact that you do have one, we are looking for quakeboards, so you will
Oh,
like to
you can
volunteer
mine,
to
sure.
borrow yours then?
Yeah, absolutely.
And there was somebody
They're
else
not-
that had a
If I don't
set.
break, I'm learning.
Dan has a set.
They're a
That's
little,
good.
they're a
So,
little beat up.
if
They're
anybody
fine.
else has a set, let me know.
Let's be funny.
Yeah, we can use 2 or 3 sets and
Yeah.
that'll be
Yeah,
that.
Matt's
yeah?
got sets.
Yeah, okay, so we'll do that.
Okay.
And then one of the other things was that we do have a hot air balloon for the day.
Who are we sending up?
Remax, yeah, Remax, Chris Butler was able to get that hot air balloon. Now, the idea with that was that there was gonna be a fee charge for that, there'd be a $5 or $10 fee, we haven't decided yet, but the money will be donated to recreation. So whatever money they draw in that
So
day.
they're donating the balloon?
They're
Yes.
bringing the balloon, and then whatever, they make $100, so whatever they make, they're gonna donate to rec.
The
Okay?
rec commission?
Yes, recreation, yes. So, and then the other thing was that we decided that we were gonna expand the pavilion area so that we could have all the food in one spot, because, last year and in years past, you would have a couple of random spots where someone was selling food and that stuff, for their organization. So we decided that we're gonna put everyone under the pavilion, and if we have to, we will extend the pavilion out a little bit so that we can get everybody in
You're
there.
talking food, right? Because the beer and
Yes.
the alcohol.
The beer and all alcohol will be back where it was in the past, in the corner over here. by the
At
garage,
Basketball courts.
Oh,
okay? Instead of having it over there near the church. Okay, so we're gonna move it
We
over
should
here
put
to
some
the section
tables
over
up
here.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
We will. And in
Okay.
the center. I don't know
Right.
about the center.
I spoke to Matt, he'll have his entertainment over there so that we have some music for
I mean,
the,
by the,
You're just.
by the beer tent and all that stuff, so they'll have some music there. Our DJ, Tim Mason, will be DJing again this year. So everything's moving along pretty well. We have a lot of people coming out, every day we're getting more phone calls. It looks like it's gonna be successful, it looks like it's gonna be a pretty good thing again this year, so hopefully the rain stays away and we get it off.
That's where Rosary's going.
Right, we're working on Miss New Jersey, we're also working
Miss New Jersey.
on some old Philly ball players coming out, maybe getting some autographs and stuff like that. So, it pains me to say that.
You said Yankees, right?
Yeah.
No, he said Mets.
I heard him say
And,
Philly.
So-
ShopRite, Applebee's, and Stop and Shop.
Yes, yeah, they'll be there also, so. Hey, yeah, there's a bunch of things, I don't wanna take up all the time. So anyway, so it's going well, again, thank you, Kim, for your help.
We're having a good time.
That's pretty much about it.
When's the
We
next meeting?
actually are, we're not spending
Excuse
the
me?
really.
When's the next meeting?
The next meeting is September 13th,
6.
okay, 6:30.
6:30?
6:30, right? Am I-
Yeah,
Yep,
6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's a historical society meeting right after that. Okay?
Have you sent out the
Yes.
sign-up sheet?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Did we do it?
Oh, thank you too,
Yes.
Elaine, I'm sorry.
You should. You should have. If not, then call me.
Yeah, I have to talk to Lil, okay.
Yeah, and thanks to you too, Elaine.
Oh, thank you.
You're in there, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, anything else?
That's it.
Okay, thank you. Peter?
I completed my draft of the fire company lease. I was going to give it to the chief tonight, but I think maybe protocol-wise, I should email it to you, to the members of the committee first, and you look it over and let me know if you have any comments or questions or changes or whatever. You know, this is a lengthy lease, so it's fairly important that it be done properly. So I'll send that out tomorrow to you and review it. The other thing was, Elaine had contacted me about the rental ordinance that I think I had distributed a draft of the ordinance back in June, at the June committee meeting, and I think perhaps it kind of fell between the cracks at that point. I don't know if anybody took the time to look at it or at that time. Are these additional copies?
Those are copies for that, yes.
Okay.
We need to introduce this.
Well, it's,
You don't need to introduce it.
yeah, the purpose of the ordinance is to try to address the problem of stacking and some other problems that are occurring in some municipalities. The typical scenario is someone owns a house and is looking to make some quick money and rents it out to a lot of, shall we say, recent arrivals. And it gets overcrowded, dangerous, creates problems. Another scenario is someone who owns a business where that person needs cheap labor, hires a number of individuals, stacks them up in the house. The house could be in a very good neighborhood. It could be in a marginal neighborhood. It really doesn't, really doesn't matter. I've heard lots of stories of, 30 hammocks in a basement and that sort of thing. Some of those stories are maybe apocryphal, some of them might be true. The problem with any of these ordinances is enforcement. You've got to have somebody who's going to assume that role and actively enforce the ordinance. It's a personnel issue.
Does this specify who the enforcing agency is?
Yeah, there's a named, I forget what the title is, but,
Housing Enforcement Officer.
yeah.
The HEO.
Well,
Which probably will wind up being somebody who's putting another hat on. But that's the real issue, You can pass ordinances till the cows come home, but if you don't have somebody out there administering it and enforcing it, you're not going to be able to accomplish much.
I think usually neighbors in the neighborhood have a good idea whether or not it's occurring, and then come in and talk with Kim and, right?
There's a registration process whereby the property owner is supposed to come in and file, get a permit, disclose how many people are in this house, and so on. But again, if nobody's out there looking and nobody's following up and nobody's, policing it, so to speak, then you're not going to really accomplish anything. So I would suggest, take a little time to look at it and let me know if you have any questions or comments, and maybe we can introduce it at the next meeting. But I think you need to think about who, as a practical matter, is going to take this bull by the horns. Because I know our clerk administrator has only a limited amount of time.
On the property maintenance.
Yeah, so her plate is pretty full right now.
Well, we're gonna wait on this, or are we gonna introduce it, or what are we doing?
Whatever you want to do, but, I don't know whether you guys have had the chance to really digest this thing or not.
So why don't we review it, and the next meeting we'll introduce it? Are you comfortable with that? So come to the next meeting, or if you have any comments prior to the next meeting, get that to Peter, so that he can get it updated prior to the
I
next
think the
meeting.
biggest thing is, what are we going to do about enforcement?
Well,
Like
we
a
probably
couple
should
of
think
other
about that.
things, we have a couple of other things that need to be enforced, like the signages and stuff that need to be enforced. We have these ordinances on the books that we need to enforce them.
Well, maybe over the next month, let's think about who could be the enforcer. So that when we introduce it, we have an idea.
We do have penalties in here for violations, and those would be cited by the housing enforcement officer and so
Yeah,
on.
that's the stick.
So there's the potential that it could kind of pay for itself in a way.
Is there a salary attached to this?
We haven't really talked about that.
Yeah, that's the hard part, people don't work for free, so, that's the hard part.
So at the time you're reviewing it, think about who could possibly.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but we only have him here. We only have him here one night of.
Yeah, but he also does fire prevention, he's a fire